I'm Ari Quiñones. I am on the University of Washington softball team. I am a junior from Vista, California.
I'm Danielle Lawrie, no longer playing for Washington, but I did from 2006 to 2010. Current member still with Team Canada, trying to get to my second Olympics here.
When we think about the Women's History Month as it pertains to the University of Washington, the 2009 Husky Softball Women's College World Series Championship team comes to our mind. Will you tell us a little bit about your experience, the time here, and what being a part of the University of Washington history means to you?
Yeah, winning that national championship in 2009 was so special because obviously being a part of the first is so incredible, right? But I just don't think until you actually set foot on campus, you understand the magnitude of what it's like playing for a university like Washington. And it's so special because you're so connected on so many different levels. And when it was all said and done, what I really appreciated was what each sport always brought to the table. Like before I got to UW, volleyball came fresh off of winning that national championship in 2005. And it just kind of made me like, whoa, like this is something that like maybe we can do. And when you get to campus and you work to that level every day and you accomplish a goal like that, it just makes you realize you're doing it for something so much bigger than yourself. And I could not have been more proud to have been a part of that team. I'm not sure I could go back in time my junior year and throw 350 innings like I did. Um, but Washington always will be near and dear to my heart, right? It's like that's why I wanted to live near the university and raise these two little kids of mine that are girls because it's so important for them to see strong women doing awesome things. And I think it's so cool that like they can come to softball games and it'd be normal for them to wave to the players and they actually feel like, oh my God, like I know Sis Bates. I don't know her because she's the best player in the nation. I know her because she's connected with me and it's been personable. So it just makes me so proud to know that my little girls are going to get to follow programs like you, women's basketball, volleyball. I took Maddie to gymnastics 2 years ago, and to just see their little eyes light up means the world to me and made me realize I made the right decision to go to UW. And I will forever continue to keep giving to this university because they provided me with the mindset that I have now, an opportunity to play at the highest level and to know what it's like to be a part of a national championship team.
That's awesome. That gave me chills. Okay, you also said something about like being surrounded by strong women
Yeah.
and like it empowered you to be like you felt stronger. Did you always feel like a strong woman before coming into Washington, or was there like a certain experience that happened that like
I've
pushed towards?
I've always had like a good head on my shoulders in regards to like owning my craft and what I bring to the table. I think that that's really important across the board as females, right from my children's age to when they get to college. But we always had such strong senior leaderships, right? Like when I got in, it was like Dina Tyson, who scared the living daylights out of me at first. But then I realized like she is so about the team and such a strong, powerful woman that like I appreciated being her teammate, and it made me realize like it's okay to be this strong and to have an opinion and to feel like I can say how I feel. And I mean, when you have Coach Tar as a leader, I think it allows for you to realize like why you play as hard as you do for a woman like her, right? She truly is personable. She gets to know you for who you are instead of the athlete that you are, because I think that that's so important when you get to this level, right? It's like I don't want to just be another like piece of meat that's going to help your team win. I want to know that you actually love and care about me for me, and then I will run through the wall for you. And that's exactly what I noticed when I got there was that the respect was there. The vets, the senior leaders didn't scare the daylights out of me. They accepted me for me and made me realize like that I can have that confidence and swagger because that's Washington softball.
That's awesome because like I also had like a senior leader when I came in my freshman year. I had Taryn Alvello. So
Uh,
it's like it's nice to hear how it's not just like one single class, how it's like every freshman class coming in through this program that has somebody like that to look up to.
and you take a responsibility in that being a vet, right? It's like you want to leave the program better than you found it. That's the goal. When we go, whether it's I'm helping my little kids play or I'm playing for Team Canada, it's like I want to leave it better than I found it. And I take a responsibility and paving a way for others to know that like this is how I work, but I'm a kind person that's a good teammate. When I'm in the circle, it is what it is, and you know what you're going to get. And I'm not always nice, but as far as the respect across the board, that's so important to me.
So we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the 1972 passage of Title IX and its effect on women's sports and education. How has Title IX impacted your experience in the sport of softball?
It gave me an opportunity to come and play at the University of Washington. It gave me that chance to play a sport at the highest level on a scholarship. That is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to be better for my kids, and not a lot of people understand those types of feelings until you have kids. And then you have them and you want to have this life for them where they feel like they can do anything, they can play this sport at the highest level. But getting to represent a university, scholarship or not, like to play and feel equal is important. I think when you feel like you're way below everyone else and it's just this is guys sports and this is girls, it's not a good feeling, right? And that's something with Washington softball that I've always appreciated. Like we're equal across the board and our swagger is there and our confidence is there. And it's the Billie Jean Kings and those ones that pave that way. And we have to take a responsibility in that for always finding ways to whether it's speak our mind or follow through on something that means something to us because we always want to make it better for that next generation. And damn, they better be thankful because it's a lot of work. Like I just look at women's USA soccer, right? Like look at Megan Rapinoe, Abby Wambach, like Hope Solo, all of those women fighting for the equal pay and all of those things. And I think it's really cool that women's sport is kind of getting to that place where they feel comfortable with their voice. And if it wasn't for those back in 1972 speaking how they really felt, then we may not be in the positions that we were in playing at the highest level here.
100%. I think it's cool too, especially like softball specifically, how much like the World Series is watched worldwide, like around the country,
Yeah.
Like it's gotten so much bigger over the years. It's
It's bigger
insane.
than the College World Series for baseball. It's a big
Yeah.
deal. It's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. Like they even added more stadium seating in Oklahoma City. That's awesome.
They should. It should be like the baseball where you get 30,000 fans.
Mm-hmm.
They would sell that many seats. It's just finding, you build a stadium and they will come. That's what they say. And I know they love Oklahoma City, but I'm like, man, you should build something somewhere that fits, 30, 40,000 people. You're going to get them into games because you turn on the TV and watch softball, you fall in love with the atmosphere. You fall in love with how hard these women compete at this level. It's fast, it's fun, it's not drawn out, and that attracts people to it.
As you continue on with your professional career, what legacy are you looking to leave behind?
Oh, man. Like I said, to leave the sport better than I found it, I think it's not so much me being recognized as just being a good softball player. Um, and I feel like I've learned that being back in the sport right now, being where my feet are. I'm not defined by just being good at softball and throwing a ball hard. I'm defined by how I go about my life, how I choose to treat people, how I want to better the sport any possible way, whether that's connecting up and helping certain teams or doing whatever I can, because that's all that we can do, right? It's to hang my hat on the fact that I was good at softball is kind of crappy. I want it to be like she continued to fight the good fight for those to help put them in a position to be successful at this level and to carry myself respectfully, but also know that confidence and swagger is totally cool and acceptable too. And we should be able to express ourselves in ways on the field that is awesome. And sometimes I feel like women have to shy away from acting a certain way or bat flipping or doing something because they're scared of a stereotype of being like bad or not good. And it's like, no, at the end of the day, we work just as hard as the guys do, if not harder, to just get seen. So it's important to feel the emotions of all of it and own it and love it. But I will always be kind to others and respect this process because this game has definitely given me a lot. But if it's given me anything, it's created the woman that I am throughout the grind, not necessarily throwing a bullpen and what that means. It's putting forth that work every day to get better for the team translates into how my life and where I'm at right now is.
That's so awesome to hear that from you because like I've seen that from you just from you coming out and like throwing to us.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do that. Like it's not only like making you better, but it's making us so much better because like we don't really see pitching like you that often.
Thank you. I am a
We
little
really
rusty. I've been a
appreciate
little rusty when I've been with you guys, but
it.
no, I will always give to this university forever, man. They gave me a lot. So we'll always owe it to them for sure.